Big up, guys. Welcome to the preview. Brighton versus the Bees. Match preview for the Premier, of course. Back again, thankfully, this weekend. Apologies, I'm eating something as well. But I'm here, just having a little snack. But yeah, great to be back. And hopefully the Bees will, sting the Seagulls on Saturday. Really hope they do. Don't want to be shat on by the Seagulls yet again. We want to get something out of this, say a point or 3 points would be great. That'd be amazing. Get this away form going well as the home. Only lost one at home, of course, so all going well there. I'm going to start though with a bit of bad news because Fabio Carvalho has unfortunately got an ACL, so I'm going to go into that. An ACL injury keeps him out for the rest of the season. It's a shame, but the lad is a young lad still, but he hasn't done enough for us. Let's be honest. Hasn't always lived up to his billing, his abilities he's got. Hasn't really produced it enough, but it is sad for the lad. I'm really, really gutted for the lad, to be honest, the young man. So it is terrible. I will bring this up though and go through this. Hold on. Right, just going to bring it up now, guys. Yep. Carvalho ruled out with ACL injury. It's really bad. I hate those. That's horrible. Mahambo got the same thing for us. He's out with an ACL as well. But this is really gutting, really terrible for the lad. I really wanted him to come back and do something here, Carvalho. He has got the ability, no doubt. But, unfortunately, this has put him out. And actually, he was going to leave. There was talk about him leaving in January. He wants to leave. I mean, he hasn't exactly set the world alight here at the Bees, I'm afraid. He's a very good player, but he just hasn't done it enough here. And maybe it is time for him to go. I think we're going to have to get rid of him, to be honest, unfortunately. But he can't go anywhere at the moment anyway with this ACL injury. So we kind of stuck with a Crocs player. It's not great. It's obviously not great for him either, but for the Bees, it's not good. We're stuck with him until he gets over this injury. But I think we will have to buy a bit in January. I hope we can. It's not an easy time to buy in the January transfer window, but hopefully we can. But anyway, I'll read through this and let's read all about this unfortunate injury. He's ruled out of ACL. Terrible. Brentford midfielder Fabio Carvalho to undergo surgery after sustaining ACL injury and will miss the rest of the season. Fabio Carvalho sustained an anterior cruciate ligament injury and will be out for the rest of the season. The attacking midfielder has been seen by a specialist and will now prepare for upcoming surgery to repair the ACL. Having already started his rehabilitation at the club. Carvalho was signed by Brentford from Liverpool in August 2024 and has made 33 appearances for the club in all competitions. He's played 9 times for the Bees this term, scoring 3 goals, which is not enough really, let's be honest. One of those was the last-minute equaliser against Chelsea at GTEC Community Stadium in September, which was as good as it's got really for him this season. It is terrible though. Sad to see any player going out with terrible injury like that. He's not good. It's really, really, really shocking and horrible for the lad. Any player, of course, that's got the ACL will know. As I say, Mahambo also has got that for us. He's missed the whole season now as well. We're waiting to see what he could have produced. But we can't. He's got that bad injury. I don't know why we seem to get what it is with the bees and getting these bad injuries to players, but it's very unfortunate. And, it's a shame this guy is going to be out for the rest of the season. Although, of course, we were, talk about selling him. He wants to leave. And it might be the best thing for the lad, but obviously he can't at the moment. And, it's hard for him. It's frustrating for him, annoying for him as it is for the bees, for us. So, that he can't go anywhere. Yeah, be up to you, buddy, again, Warren. Thanks for coming in, bro. Great to have you on again earlier on the stream. Brilliant. Thank you. Thanks for coming in, my friend. And that was brilliant, that stream earlier. Really enjoyed it. Now coming on to talk about the bees, of course. And as I say, this Carvalho is out for the whole season. But anyway, I'm going to move on and actually going to go talk about this guy that's been doing well here. And I didn't really want him at the club, to be honest. But he's actually doing really well. I don't know, probably he shouldn't be playing for England, but it's this guy, of course, Jordan Henderson. He's had a really good season so far for us. I didn't really want him here to start with, but he's actually doing very well and changed my mind a bit about him. I still don't want him playing for England, to be honest, but I think that, he's hampering other younger players coming through him playing, but that's Tommy Tickle, and he keeps playing him, he keeps getting him coming in for England. So not a lot we can do, I guess. Thanks to you, Steve. It was a great stream. Yeah, no worries, bro. No worries, my friend. Anytime. And of course, we've got the Desert Island ones to do soon. That'd be good. Can't wait to do that. Hopefully next week sometime will be good. We'll see. Yeah, getting back to this though. Yeah, what a player this guy seems to have been for us. He's been really good. It's a total surprise to me that Jordan Henderson will be as good as he has been. I thought he was finished a while ago. And why he was back for England, I wasn't sure. But actually, he's doing well here. And, he's been one of our best players almost, you could say, at the start of the season. Some of the things he's done, the great passing and, and does calm things, natural things. He's not flustered as such on the ball. Does the basic stuff fairly well. Yeah, Warren again. Yes, as soon as you're ready, mate. Yep. No worries, man. But yeah, he's been a great player for us so far. The long read. After lifting every major trophy as Liverpool captain, Jordan Henderson is now relishing a new chapter at Brentford, bringing experience and quality to a young side while eyeing a spot at next summer's World Cup with England. You might expect a player who's lifted the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, League Cup, Super Cup and Club World Cup as Liverpool captain to walk into a new dressing room without a flicker of doubt. But upon signing for Brentford, Jordan Henderson proved that even with all his experience, there was still room for some first-stage jitters. I did have some initial nerves, he admits, but it's more excitement to come in and get started. If I'm honest, I don't really like new environments, and I don't like change. I like to keep my rhythm and pattern the same and keep things as consistent as possible. I just wanted to settle in as quickly as possible, and that was made easy by everyone at the club. After 18 months in the Netherlands with Ajax, which came once his time at Al Ettifaq in Saudi Arabia came to an end, Henderson had a desire to return to the Premier League. They talked about things they thought I was good at, and then things I could improve on. The second bit was important because even at my age, I wanted to be able to learn and get better. That was a good way to get a good feeling about the club and the management of the club. It just highlights that they want to improve the young players, but also help the older players coming in as well. I like that. Henderson adds, Keith Andrews was very clear and honest with what he wanted. He told me what he thought about the team and the group and what he thought was possible to achieve. Sorry, something flying about, annoying me here. He thought I could come in and help the group on and off the field, and I just got a good vibe when speaking to him. I've heard a lot of other people I know speak about him too, and it was all good things. On the age of the Brentford squad, with Henderson part of the club's youngest ever starting 11, to win a Premier League match, he continues, it is a very young group, or maybe that's just me feeling old. I want to try and help those younger players be better. I want to lead by example. But yes, he said, why Brentford? I spoke to Phil Giles. Well, I think this was probably what I've just been reading, to be honest. But I'll go through this a little bit as well. I spoke to Phil Giles and Lee Dykes, and they were very honest. He explains, we had conversations just talking about football, which I really enjoyed. There are some really good players here and some really good professionals as well. A lot of the lads are in the gym before training and after training, and they work really hard. It's just about bringing all of the experience I've had over my career and trying to help the team as much as possible. I even learned a lot last year at Ajax, and with it being a different culture and a different way of playing. There will still be things that I'll be learning at Brentford. It's not the case, because I've played a lot of games and I'm at the age I am. I know absolutely everything about football. But there will be times when I feel like I've been here before, and it might be helpful to pass that knowledge on to my teammates. Yeehaw Yarmaluk has already felt the 2019-20 FWA Footballer of the Year's presence, with the Ukrainian explaining, I really enjoy playing with him. It's a pleasure for me. I feel more confident when he's closer to me on the pitch. When we play together in the middle, it's good. It's not just his passing, he can do everything. Henderson has started 10 times in the Premier League for Brentford this season, slotting back into Premier League football seamlessly. His 2 assists for Kevin Chardou's goal against Chelsea and Igor Thiago's first against Manchester United have highlighted his exceptional passing range, with both being pinpoint balls in behind the opposition defence. Henderson's 4.46 passes in the final third per 90 and 8 key passes in his 11 appearances further underline his ability to get the ball into dangerous areas. But as Yarmaluk stressed, Henderson can indeed do everything. His on-the-ball numbers paired with clearances, 1.85 per 90 and interceptions 0.76 per 90, prove he's been a fundamental cog in Brentford's midfield this season. The Premier League is the best league in the world, says Henderson. It's got the best teams and the best players. It's been a challenge and it's been tough at times, but I've absolutely loved it. At 36, Henderson's industrious role in Brentford's midfield might go under the radar, simply because he makes it look so easy. But the secret, which isn't such a secret if you watch the England international this season, relentlessly herring across the pitch, is the shape he strives to keep himself in. Fitness has always been a big part of my game, says Henderson. I've always tried to be as fit as I possibly can. Being around people like Mo Salah and Sadio Mane when I was at Liverpool, who are both very dedicated and looked after their bodies unbelievably well, I definitely picked things up from them. The older you get, you start thinking about how you can feel as fresh as you can for each game and prolong your career. Recovery is obviously important, so is nutrition and sleep, but also training more wisely, I would say. You can't go consistently hard every single day. That's probably the biggest thing I've had to learn. When I was younger, I could train every day as hard as I wanted. But when you get older, you have to navigate it better and be smarter about what you're doing. During my last season at Liverpool, energy-wise, I'd really come to a point where I was struggling, physically and mentally. But over the last few years, I felt so much fresher and that I've got lots more energy. Henderson played his first game against Liverpool since he left the club in 2023. When the Bees beat Arne Slot's side 3-1, yes, at G-Tech Community Stadium earlier this season. He admits it will be a bit strange going back to Anfield again to again face his former employers, who he played 492 times across a 12-year spell. But says it's definitely something that I'm really looking forward to doing. In over a decade on Merseyside, he won 12 trophies, setting standards and leading by example, becoming a symbol of Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. I can't move this down, guys. I don't know what's going on. Trying to get... There we go. Couldn't move it off of that. Jurgen Klopp had the biggest influence on me as a player. That was down to his intensity and what he was just constantly demanding of me. That's why we were so successful under him, and we won everything that we won. Jurgen had, I just said that, obviously. He was like that with a lot of us. It was only maybe one or two who got away with it. But that's why we were so successful under him, and we won everything that we won. On his former Liverpool colleagues, some of whom he faced at the G-Tech, Henderson continues, Liverpool's not always easy and plain sailing. But I was very fortunate to have good leaders and good people around me in the squad, especially in the tough times. At a club like Liverpool, you're expected to win all the time. So when you're not, you need those good people around you. And thankfully, I had such good teammates. That was one of the best things about Liverpool. I know I wore the armband on a Saturday or Sunday, but there were 4 or 5 other captains in the dressing room alongside me. That was a big part of the success we had, as well as the success Henderson has had at a club level. He has 87 England caps, with the most recent of those coming against Latvia earlier this month. With the World Cup next year, many theorised his move back to the Premier League was with that competition at the forefront of his mind. Henderson disagrees, but obviously expresses his eagerness to be part of Thomas Tuchel's squad next summer, which would be his 7th major tournament with the Three Lions. If I'm playing games, staying fit and doing the best I can here, then hopefully I'll have a chance of being in the World Cup squad next summer, he declares. But that's why we were so successful under him and we won everything that we won. And I don't think it mattered where I was playing, to be honest, because I was playing for England when I was at Ajax. Having achieved so much in his career, some may wonder what success as a Brentford player would look like to satisfy Henderson's itch to keep pushing for more. Improvement, he responds, for the club, for the team. I want to be a part of that, and for myself. I want to give everything for the team, and hopefully by the time I leave, Brentford are in a better place. Everyone is so open, down to earth, and genuine. It makes you realise why the team has done so well over the past few years with the people that they have in the building. It's now about trying to build on that, especially with some of the changes over the summer. If we keep working hard and doing what the club has been doing over the last few years, whilst adding a few things to try and improve, hopefully we'll keep going in the same direction. And another trophy to add to an already packed cabinet. That'd be nice, he grins. If I'm playing games, yeah, I'll get onto that. We'll get onto that in a minute. What are you saying there? Oh, no, that was it. Sorry, he's already said that. If I'm playing games, staying fit, doing the best I can here, then hopefully I'll have a chance of being in the World Cup squad next summer. Yeah, so that was it. Let's should we have another go to that another time about Keith Andrews there. Let's just get to the match preview. And right. Few more comments. I read that. It's not a bee, is it? I think that's flying about. No, it wasn't, Warren. It's just some little bastard, shitty fly. Hating, little annoying little bastards they are. Hang around you, your bloody face and everything, eyes and whatever. They're bloody little bastards, mate. Anyway, yeah, let's get on to the preview. Match preview, Brighton and Hove Albion versus Brentford. Analysis, team news, match officials and more. Here's everything you need to know ahead of Brentford's Premier League game against Brighton and Hove Albion on Saturday. 3 p.m. kickoff. The Seagulls haven't lost a home game since 2nd of April, beating Man City, Newcastle and Leeds already this term. Keith Andrews' side will be looking to record their first ever Premier League away win against this weekend's hosts. Analysis, team news, match officials and more. Here's everything you need to know ahead of the fixture. Pre-match analysis. Stephen Gillet, playmaker stats. Brighton may need to temper high press with Brentford clinical on counter-attack. Two of the Premier League's most unpredictably thrilling teams clash this Saturday. Both clubs finished in the top 10 last season and have earned reputations as astute operators on and off the pitch. They're neck and neck this year, level on 16 points after 11 games. Brentford have lost only one of their last 6 meetings against Brighton, but they have yet to beat the Seagulls away in the Premier League. With that in mind, head coach Keith Andrews will want his side to translate their strong home form into their travels. But the Bees face a stern test against one of 5 teams yet to lose on home turf this term. Brighton, Arsenal, Sunderland, Bournemouth and Crystal Palace. Both clubs are frequently cited for their data-led recruitment and resource efficiency. The rapid strides made by 2 emerging talents, Yankuba Minta and Yeho Yarmouk, have been compelling to track in this context. Signed by Brighton from Newcastle after a scintillating loan spell at Feyenoord in 23-24, Minta has quickly become one of the most exciting wingers in the Premier League. Shortlisted for the Premier League Player of the Month in September, the 21-year-old has been in sensational form at the start of the current campaign, and his ability to leave opponents for dead in 1v1s is evidenced by his numbers. Ranked joint third for successful dribbles in the division. Minter's take on completion percentage of 55% is higher than any player among the league's top 10 dribblers. And he has played more key passes, 17, than any other Brighton player this term. Fresh from consecutive starts for Ukraine during the international break, Yarmouk, who is also 21, has established himself in the heart of Brentford's midfield this season, and his form softening the blow of Christian Norgard's summer departure to Arsenal. Top of the Premier League for blocks this term with 23, the former Dnipro 1 midfielder has been an effervescent presence in the Bees' engine room and was hailed for his really outstanding performances by his head coach at the end of October. Beyond his defensive work, Yarmouk has dovetailed well with the experienced Jordan Henderson, and his all-round ability is underscored by him ranking among Brentford's top 5 players for pass completion. 81%. Tackles won 2.1 per 90 and successful dribbles 0.9 per 90. At the top of the pitch, there's an intriguing shootout in store. Joint second in the Premier League goal charts with 8, Igor Thiago has made a sensational start to the 25-26 campaign. After a clinical brace against Newcastle last time out, the Brazilian is averaging a goal every 116 minutes and has scored 47% of Brentford's goals this term. Only Man City's Erling Haaland, 61%, has netted a greater share for his team. Just behind Thiago in the Golden Boot stakes is Brighton's evergreen forward Danny Welbeck, whose ruthless finishing has seen him significantly outperform his expected goals. Now 34, Welbeck is the most prolific Englishman in the Premier League with 6 goals, despite an XG of only 3.89, giving him a positive XG differential of plus 2.11. Who really goes by these stats anyway? I don't. These fucking XG and shit. Who really cares about that? I don't. Not for me, I'm afraid, talking about that. But anyway, Brighton ranked top in the Premier League for high turnovers, 101. But may need to temper their press given Brentford's threat in transition, as illustrated by the Bees' 4 goals on the counter this term. Evolution may be the matchword at both clubs, but who will adapt best to their opponents at the AMEX on Saturday? Scout report, Dan Long, Sky Sports home form has been key for Seagulls under Hertzler. Brighton had an absolutely storming end to last season in the Premier League. That is not to say they did not start the season well, because they did. The first 19 took in wins over Man United. Well, anyone can do that the way they are. We beat them. Of course, Man United, Spurs, Newcastle beat them as well. Man City, okay, we lost to them, but still. But in that same run of games, there were far too many draws, 9 in fact. 9 points, of course, is a tally not to be sniffed at. Just ask fellow South Coast club Southampton, who picked up only 3 more across the entirety of the season. But for a team chasing a return to Europe, after they got their first taste in 23-24, drop points were costly. Fabian Hertzler's side had to play catch-up, and they sure gave it a go. They started the year with a 1-1 draw at home to Arsenal, and from that and the 18 games that followed, they took 34 of the 54 points on offer. Apologies, guys. Something I'm eating is stuck in my throat a bit. Eating a few cashew nuts and stuff. If the season had started on New Year's Day, they would have finished 6th. Only 6 points behind Man City. In reality, they finished 8th, only 5 points behind Newcastle. who finished 5th and qualified for the Champions League. The margins are narrow and unforgiving at times, but while they narrowly missed the main aim, Brighton did set a new record for their fewest defeats in the Premier League season, 9. While 2 more points would have set a new record points tally of 63. The Athletic reported towards the end of last season that talk of reaching Europe had been banned at the club. But Brian Owen said in the hot of the press that he had spoken to Danny Welbeck in the summer, who said they hoped to make the most of other clubs' extra commitments to boost their own chances. They have a solid enough start, with the key being strong home form. Manchester City, Newcastle and Leeds have all left the AMEX with nothing. Fulham and Tottenham had to rely on late equalisers for a point each. They have only taken 5 points on their first 6 on the road, but then again, only 3 teams have picked up 10 or more so far away: Tottenham, Arsenal and Chelsea. They are 3 points worse off than they were at this point last season, though. And without Welbeck, there might not be the level of positivity there is right now. The 34-year-old finished last season with 11 goals in all competitions, which represented his second best tally in a single season. But he scored twice in the 3-1 win at Chelsea on 27th of September, and now has 6 in his last 6 games. 7 more and he will hit a new milestone of 13 in a single season. 17 more and he will join the Premier League 100 club. For now, an England recall looks out of the question, unfortunately for him. Meanwhile, the fixture list is a little kind of looking for Brighton over the next few weeks. After the Brentford game, they face Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa and West Ham. Well, Villa will be a tough one, I'm sure. Maybe even Forest, still obviously trying to get out of relegation. Fighting off relegation. West Ham maybe as well. So could still be tough. And while it is all well and good beating the Premier League's big hitters on the regular, these are the games they must take points from to spark that European challenge again. In the dugout, Fabian Hertzler, of course, but we won't go into all that. The game plan with Brian Owen, the Argus, whatever. Brian Owen, sports reporter for the Argus, discusses Brighton's setup and style of play. Brighton do try to pass the ball out from the back through Jan Paul van Hecker, said Owen. Jan Kuba Minto is one winger, but they have not really played a winger on the other side, with Kairo Mitoma being out. They have used Diego Gomez as an inverted winger. They press quite well out of possession, but there have been comments that they have not had the intensity as a team that was expected when Fabian Hertzler arrived at the club. They do play some quite attractive football, certainly if you compare them to Palace in the last game. Technically, the formation is at 4-2-3-1, but like most teams, a lot of the time they will only have 3 at the back. And they have Mats Riefer, a defensive midfielder at right back, who joins in midfield quite a lot. Last Premier League starting 11 versus Crystal Palace, 4-2-3-1, Verbruggen, Riefer, Van Hecker, Dunk, Kadioglu, Baliba, Ayari, Minter, Ruter, Gomez and Welbeck. Match officials: Brooks, the referee, bees for second time this season. John Brooks, right. Not sure. Not a very good referee yet again, let's be honest. None of them are that great, are they? Let's be honest. Assistant Simon Bennett and Lee Betts. Fourth official Thomas Kirk. And VAR Tony Harrington. Saturday's game will be John Brooks, 16th referee Brentford. It will be his second this season after he was the man in the middle for the Bees penalty shootout win over Aston Villa in the EFL Cup at the GTEC Community Stadium. Well, he could be a good omen then, I suppose. Could bring us some luck as he got us through there. Well, he didn't get us through, obviously, but refereed the game, and we won it. So I suppose that's something. XG is just a load of utter nonsense. Exactly, mate. You're right there, Warren. Definitely. You're right. The Leicestershire and Rutland official started in the Leicestershire local leagues in the mid-2000s before moving up the ranks. He ran the line at Wembley for the 2014 Sky Bet Championship playoff final. The same year, he began refereeing in the National League. 2 years later, in August 2016, Brooks took charge of his first EPL games. Brooks became a Premier League referee in 2021 and has officiated 64 top-flight games since then, 3 coming this term. Last meeting, Brentford 4, Brighton 2. Yeah. That was earlier this year, of course, 19th of April, 2025, 4-2. Good win over them. Very good win. Of course, Brian Bramo was there and Johan Visser. Brentford picked up 3 points at GTEC Community Stadium after coming out on top of a 6-goal thriller against Brighton. A Brian Bramo brace and a strike from Johan Visser saw the Bees move into a 3-1 lead, with Danny Welbeck heading in for the visitors. João Pedro was sent off for lashing out at Nathan Collins, but Brighton set up a nervy finish when Kaura Mitoma rolled in to reduce the deficit. Christian Norgard netted a stoppage time header to put the result beyond doubt. So mostly players that are no longer with us, as we know, scored. Of course, Bramo and Visser and Norgard all scored. No longer with us, as we know. It'd be good to get something like that again without conceding 2, obviously. But you know, if we can get 4 goals, albeit away, of course, that'd be amazing. If we can win there, that'd be absolutely superb. But yeah, let's try. I want to see they got any injury news? Maybe we haven't got that many players out this time. That'd be good. Be interesting to see. Hopefully, Aaron Hickey will be back after doing well for Scotland, of course. You know, was amazing for Scotland. Don't think there's any injury news at the moment. Maybe we've got nearly every player fit for a change. That'd be incredible if we have. Obviously, I will give updates as, you know, probably tomorrow if there's any injury news or whatever. Looks like we got most players fit, I would say, which is good. Right, so let's go to what the team will be. Well, it's going to be Kelleher, no doubt, in goal. And be up to you, Harry. Hope you're well, bro. Hope you're all good. All right, guys. Hope you're all well. Glad I could catch one of the streams tonight. Yeah, I'm glad you could as well, mate. Great to see you in here. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong. This funny throat now. It's eating that nuts and stuff as well. Hasn't helped. I shouldn't have done that really, but I love them. I love cashews and whatever else, you know. So, it's got a dodgy throat now. Anyway, yeah, be up to you, bro. Glad to see you in here, Harry. Hope you're all good. Obviously, Bristol doing well. Bristol City. Hope you can come up this season. Be brilliant, wouldn't it? Yeah. So I'm sure it'll be Kelleher in goal for sure. He's not injured. He's come back from international duty, fit by the looks of it. And so the defence will probably be Michael Chiodi for sure. I know he's fit and ready to go. At right back, Nathan Collins, our captain, of course, central defence will be there, no doubt. Don't know about Aya, to be honest. I don't think he's doing well enough. I don't think he should be there. Aya hasn't really been at it this season, I don't think. Obviously, Seth Vandenberg will also be there, central defence. And I hope Rico Henry will play at left back and not Aaron Hickey. He's not a left back, Aaron Hickey. Of course, Rico Henry played for Jamaica the other day. Great to see him getting in their team, the Reggae Boys. And brilliant. Yeah, Harry there again. All good, thanks, Steve, bro. Big game for us this weekend at home against Swansea. Yeah. Really looking forward to that game. I'm sure you are, mate. I'm sure you are. Should be good. Hope you beat them. Hope you beat them there, bro. Yeah, as I say, hopefully I would say I want Rico Henry at left back. I think that'd be better. You can rest Hickey now, I would say anyway, or put him on the bench. Bring him on in the second half, really. So that would be my defence. I'll definitely have those. I have Chiodi, Collins, of course, Vandenberg, and Henry at the back there. Midfield, obviously most of these are injured. Malambo's out injured with an ACL. Onyeka will probably be on the bench. Carvalho's also out with an ACL. Maybe De Silva, maybe on the bench. Would be good to see that. May get a game. Come on. He's almost back to full fitness, really. So he might start. Well, not start, but be on the bench. I think Jensen's due a start. He's been great this season, but he'll probably be on the bench. Henderson will play, no doubt, as well. Janelt, due to start at some stage, I'm sure, but maybe on the bench again. And of course, Damsgaard played well against Scotland for Denmark. Looks like he's fit still. So really should come in. Should play this one. Should start. Mikael Damsgaard. Greetings to you, Tully. Be up to you, my friend. Great to see you in here. A fellow B, of course. Yeah, put in here what your team would be, mate, and what you think the score will be. Will be good, bro. Yeah, so Damsgaard, no doubt Yarmulke as well. It will be a similar team to what he has been playing, I would think. And the strikers, of course, up front will probably be Ratara. Nelson will probably be on the bench again, no doubt, along with KLP. But I think they should play at some stage. I hope they do. Maybe get on subs. Ratara definitely. Thiago, been amazing. No doubt he'll play. Hopefully he can keep his form going. Great form of scoring. And Sharda as well.
I need my towels and my mat to stand on.
So, yeah, hopefully they'll do well and play. Yeah, so hopefully that'll be the team. There, hope. Let's hope they do well and carry on the good form. as usual. It's going well so far. You know, we're 12th, so hope we can at least get a point out of this if we don't get 3. Goalkeeper picks himself. Yeah, well, of course, Kedar. But who would your other picks be? And while you're contemplating that, Tully, I've got to go and do something. I won't be too long, guys. Hold on a minute. Won't be long. Put your scores in, your predictions, and if you want to put your team in there, Tully, as well, go for it. Right. Right, let's look at Tully's team here. He's gone for Coyote, Collins, VDB, and Hickey. You think he's going to keep going with Hickey at left back? No, I still want Henry there. For me, Hickey's decent, but he's no left back. He's better at right back, let's be honest. So for me, Rico Henry, really. But no doubt Andrews will go with that. Yeah, Hendo and Yarmo. Yeah, I agree with that. That will probably be our midfield. Watara, Damsgaard, Sharda. Yeah. Yeah, of course, Thiago. Yeah, I pretty much agree with that, Tully. Yeah. I don't think you'd change it up that much, really, because it looks like all the players are fit. There's no injuries. We might rest some and just bring them on in the second half, maybe. Some of these players that ain't played, like Jensen and so forth, could come in, maybe. He may get them a start, or he may bring them on for the second half, like Jensen or Onyeka or Lewis Potter, of course. May have to rest a few. Played the international matches, so. But yeah, I pretty much agree with you there, Tully. So what are we going for a prediction here, guys? I've said before on other streams, a 1-1. I'm hoping it could be possibly a 1-1. Of course, I'd love us to win. If it's us to win, I'd say at least maybe a 2-1. It's going to be tight. I don't think it's going to be that easy. Brighton, a very good team. They can be dangerous, get a few goals, as we know, with Welbeck going well. I think this is not going to be easy. Got Welbeck, you got likes of Minter, plenty of others, Mitoma, Belieber, Ruta, quite a few decent, very good players, they've got there. So this is not going to be an easy game for us. I'd like us to get, if we can get a point out of this, because, okay, we got Burnley next after this at home. Maybe if we do lose this, at least we got that buffer, the safety net of Burnley. But we can't rely on that, even though we're at home and they're, below us, I believe. Well, they are below us. So we have lost to them before, teams like that. When we're high above them, we still lost to them. So I'd love us to get something here. At least a point, if it's to be a point. So I'm going to stick with a 1-1, I think. What's anyone else's predictions? Yeah, Welbeck will be a handful. Exactly, he will. He will be a handful. And why he wasn't picked for England, I don't know. In great form, scoring goals, yeah. So what is he, 34? Fucking Henderson's 36. Yeah, he's been picked for England. And what's it, Kane's 30-odd, 31, 32, isn't he? Something like that. What difference does age make? We should look out for Ruta too. Yeah, definitely. Good player. Decent player. Yeah. Yeah, very good team. I won't underestimate them at all, Brighton. But of course, yeah, I've going for a point, a 1-1, hoping. But if we can win it, that'd be incredible. That'd be amazing. If we can come out of these next two games, Brighton and Burnley, with 6 points, that'd be incredible. Because after that, we got Arsenal away on the 3rd, so 3rd of December. So it doesn't get any easier. It really doesn't. So, for 6 points from these two games would be amazing if we could, or at least 4 points or something, Might get us into the top 10 as well, That'd be incredible. We can get into that top 10. But yeah, I think it would be good. I hope we play well as well, a good performance, because we were playing well before the international break, We were looking really good. So hopefully that hasn't distracted us, that international break. And we carry on doing what we were doing. I'm sure we will under Andrew. So anyway, guys, it's been great. It's been a great stream. Thanks to everyone that's been in the live chat. Of course, that's Tully, Harry, and Warren. And thanks to him again for the stream earlier to Warren for the buzz I done earlier. That was a great stream. A really great one. Really enjoyed that. Thanks to him there and everyone else that was there for that one. But yeah, obviously the next one will be the reaction from this game, next stream. Whatever that'll be. Hopefully a win. Hopefully. But if it happens to be a win or a draw, happens to be a defeat or a draw, well, there we go. I will do reaction, whichever. So we will see. We will see, guys, what will happen. I might do an update of the team news, the lineups. May do that, which will be out Saturday, of course. That'll be about 2:30, I think, for them. I might do that, possibly. I'll see. But if not, it'll just be the reaction, which will probably be Sunday. Anyway, guys, it's been brilliant. Please keep following me. Please keep smashing those likes and subbing. Follow me on Insta at Mr. B for Life 182. As I say, subscribe to Mr. B Hive Football Chat. And smash those likes and keep subbing. Get me up to that 200 mark. Guys, come on before Christmas. That'd be amazing. Really want to get those subs going up. Come on. You can do this. You know, if you love this content, please keep subbing and smashing those likes, guys. Anyway, it's been a good one. But for now, guys, I'm going to bounce. And thanks once again for your love and support, as usual. It's great. But until the next one, I'm out of here, guys. I'm going. I'm bouncing. Cheers, guys. Thanks, everyone. Thanks. Bye.